Kevin Meister. This will be my running second time around for school board.
Mary Terrell. This would be my fourth term.
John Caton. This is my first deal.
Julie Mallon. This is my first time running too.
Let's see, and then we will also at the end, after those 6 questions, we'll give you an opportunity to kind of give final statements, I guess, for lack of better terms, if there are some. So we will go ahead and get started.
Okay. All right, number 1, it says, what changes are you aware of that have been happening in our district, and what are your thoughts on the changes?
Well, one of the biggest changes, kind of part of the second question, is standard-based grading. That's something we pushed kind of new in the last year and heard some feedback, positive and negative, but overall it's a positive thing for the fact that it requires us to teach these kids and for these kids to basically gain the concept when they're taught something. They may come home with an A from their math class, but then they've got A's over, let's just say, 3 or 4 tests, and they got a C on something. We can look back at that test on the C and see what they did not master. And through this program, these kids master, and to me, it's something that they're going to come away with the knowledge of what was taught there. I mean, if they didn't get it the first time, we push it the second time. And the second time, it might be something where it might be third graders dealing with money. And if they didn't get it the first time around, it's a pretty big concept to miss out on. And it kind of makes the kids pretty much gain, I guess what to say, they come away with 100, not 100%, but a high percentage of what that was taught in that lesson versus, like I said, versus just coming away with a straight A or a percentage. That really doesn't tell us a lot. This breaks it down into certain categories, and if a student struggles, we can kind of help them in that area and make sure that they get that area. A+ was a new program we started this year, which is great. I mean, it's something the district needed. We've had a lot of changes. Anybody that reads the paper and Mr. Shank's articles, there's been a ton, and it's been positive. Our scoring's gone up because of some of the changes we've made. I guess overall, changes-wise, some of our administrators have been new and has been a real asset to us. So I guess that's all I have on the changes. Thanks.
Great changes. The most exciting thing is the new building program that we're looking at. I've been through 5 building projects since I started teaching in this district back in 1977. And I'm more excited about this one because this one has more feedback from the community. I think more feedback from the teachers. I think everybody's kind of got this feel-good feeling that this is what we need, and I think we see it, and I think we really can move ahead with it. The administrative leadership that we have now. In the last 3 years, I'm very excited about who we have added to the staff, Dr. Robinson, Dr. Shanks, the addition of, I still want to call her Lori Rice. That's okay. They're excited, they're enthusiastic. You can't help but get enthusiastic about what they want. They want excellence in academics, and we're pushing for that. They sponsor all of the activities. We have the A+ program, we've got the building project going on, the modified block scheduling that we put into the high school. I see that as a great positive. The A+ program that we put in, Project Lead the Way here at the school. Again, looking at what we're doing, figuring out this is where we want to be, and actually having a plan. And I think we do have a plan for the future, and I'd like to be part of that for a couple more years.
Well, I'm not up on a lot of the things that's been going on since my kids and my grandkids have been out of school now for a few years. My background is basically law enforcement, military, and I'm retired from the Kansas City PD and from the Army. And we moved over from Osborne 5 years ago. We live out by the airport, and I'm pretty active with the local Cameron group, have been since my grandkids, the Bailey kids were here in school. And so we've always supported the kids there. Anything that increases their learning ability and their integrity, their character. Those things are important to me because that's what's going to carry them through their lives and their future. So I'm an advocate for hard work and earning your way and good quality education and teachers and material, things that they need. My mother died when I was 13. I've been on my own since I was 15. And I graduated from high school. My last 2 years I lived by myself. And so I know what it takes to make it. I don't believe in giveaway programs. I think everybody needs to earn their way. And I think we need to supply them with the material and the teachers and the help that they can do that, succeed.
Well, just what little bit I know, first of all, the one thing that I'm very supportive of is the new school. And I kind of like the idea that they called it the Veterans Memorial. That kind of hits close to home with me. And with that, and the only reason, because I have children in the district, I know how overcapacitated the schools are. And so we need, for those kids to learn and the teachers to be able to teach them what they need to know, they have to have the space to do that. So I'm really excited. I'd like to be a part of that process. Also, because of where I sit in the community-wise, I see that our community suffers. And in order to make our community better, when companies come to Cameron for businesses, they look at the demographics of your school. And when you don't have good demographics, then obviously your community's not going to prosper like it should. So hopefully by these changes, the A+ program, which will give children that need a little help getting further education, can get it that way. And the new school and all of that we can make those changes. So